Hi, this is Rick Eimer with the Palo Alto Weekly. We're here today with Sarah Snyder. She is a senior at Gunn, a swimmer. She won the 50 free and the 100 free and participated on 2 winning relay teams for Gunn, and they won the league title last week, and then they're going after their second straight CCS title this week. So she was our athlete of the week as a result. She's set she set one meet record in the 50, or tied the meet record in the 50 free, and then set a record with the 400 free relay. So I guess that's a good place to start, is just kind of talk about your performance at the meet and then your team.
Okay. Yeah, the meet was pretty good. I got 2 best times in the 50 and the 100, and the 200 and the 400 relays we won as expected. But I think that our times were a little bit slower than our bests for the relays, just because last year we were at a really good place during CCS and states. So we're definitely going to get that down this weekend during states.
Right. I guess a lot of motivation for coming up, since you do want to defend the title and maybe even do better. Well, you did pretty well in state last year, as I recall. So,
did really well,
yeah. So, how important is that state meet for you, and generally speaking, or is it, especially this year, you want to finish it off pretty good?
So I think usually most of the years it's not the focal point. Usually CCS is a focal point, and states is kind of just like a lasting, like, let's have fun meet. So it's never really been a point of like stress, I would say, but we end up doing pretty well, especially in our relays. But this year, I think now that we have definitely more swimmers going this time, and we also have 2 phenomenal divers, we're probably going to place pretty high this year. So I think states is, in my brain, actually a little bit more important than just a little have fun meet. But
right. And also, just you're going to Duke this in the fall, so maybe going into Duke, you want to say, hey, I'm a state champion, and go there. Just thinking about that, why Duke? I guess that's a good question.
Yeah, Duke I really, really liked over the other schools that I was choosing, because they really made an effort to make sure that their athletes were going to perform well academically, as opposed to some of the other schools where more you can perform well academically, but you kind of are an athlete on the side, which I didn't really like. I kind of liked the both, like, I'm an athlete and I'm going to perform well, and the help especially is like a big help. And also they have a really nice program I think it's called CAPE, that is a pre-med program specifically for female athletes that I was really, really interested in. So that was a big incentive for me.
Oh, I see. That's where you get your biology from. Right?
Yeah.
So, you're part of a senior class that's really been kind of special the last 4 years. And you kind of talk about the camaraderie among you guys and what you brought to the school and what you're going to be leaving with. Yeah.
So me, Milan, Ashley, and Grace have known each other since we all swam at the same site freshman and sophomore year. And me, Milan, and Grace still swim at the same site. And we're all pretty tight friends. We've also known Clara for a really long time. She was also part of PASA. So we're all pretty good friends. We all swim generally the same events, and we're all pretty good, I'd like to say, since we all swim club. And we knew freshman year that the 5 of us were going to do something pretty great, if not freshman year, if not definitely senior year, because we would all be super fast by then, hopefully.
Right, and all 3 out of the 4 are going on to swim in college, and Clara, I know, just wants to do something different. But that's pretty impressive when you have 3 from the same team going on. And now you're also going to be joining some other, like Zoe from Palo Alto. And did that help that she was there with your decision?
I think it definitely did. Although at the other schools, I did also have other teammates that were there. But I think mostly my decision was not based on the other people that were there. I think it was mostly based on how well-rounded I like the school.
Oh yeah, well, you can't really complain too much about Duke, that's for sure. Now, what's your best stroke?
I'm primarily a sprint and mid-distance freestyler.
And now I understand, you might be doing a couple other different strokes in the CCS than the free.
I'll be doing fly, but the fly I can definitely give people a run for their money in the fly. Yeah, I'm not bad at fly for sure.
You had to do the medley sometime in your life, I guess.
Yeah.
So you've done every stroke. And
I would say that I love freestyle is primarily my best event. I do train a lot of fly, and I like to think that I'm pretty good at fly also. So, yeah.
Well, I would imagine you still powerful strokes, kind of with fly and free. So you gotta be strong in your shoulders and things like that. On that subject. How much weight training do you do?
I actually started weight training. We mostly do body weight stuff during club and like CrossFit sort of dryland exercises, but I started weight training not pretty lightly, around once a week in around March. So I haven't been weight training that much, but I've just started just so I can practice before I get to Duke, even though they're going to definitely train me a lot more weight training, but I just wanted a little bit of an experience before I got there.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So we have been talking to Sarah Snyder. She was our Athlete of the Week this week, and congratulations.
Thank you.
If you want to find out about next week's Athlete of the Week, hit that subscribe button down below or visit us at pasportsonline.com.